Now the next practical is nothing but about the spread plate technique. Okay, so now with the Petri plates which we had kept for solidifying have solidified properly. Okay, so you can see that these Petri plates have undergone a solidification. Now we can directly spread the microorganism culture onto our Petri dish. Okay, so for this purpose I will require a microorganism culture, I will require a nutrient agar plate, and I will require a spreader. Okay, so this is called as a spreader. It is a triangular shaped glass rod. Okay, and it is always placed in a alcohol. So for this purpose we will be using these three things. So now I will be using the microorganism culture for spreading. So this is the inoculum and this is a micro pipette. Okay, so this type of the pipettes, they are used in the microbiology lab, because normal pipettes are not used for sucking purpose. Okay, so normal pipettes, they are used for sucking purpose, so they can be used in other labs, but in microbiology lab we don't do any kind of sucking. Okay, so it can be very hazardous in microbiology lab, so we make use of the micro pipette. So over here we can it is like a ballpoint pen, you can press from behind. Okay, so the amount of the liquid microorganism, it is set on this micro pipette, and after I release it, so some 50 microliter of the microorganism which I have set on this pipette, they will be into this pipette. Okay, so the beauty of this pipette is that you can hold it in this position, so it will not leak out. Okay, so now I will be introducing the microorganisms directly into the Petri dish like this. So all the microorganisms have been introduced directly by the micropipette into the Petri dish. So this tip, it can be discarded after use. Okay, so after every single use you have to discard this tip. So I am discarding it over here. So this way the tip has been discarded and next tip can be used for the next use. So now with the help of this spreader, we will spread the microorganisms throughout the plate. So this triangular spreader, it is used for the purpose that it can reach every corner of the Petri dish. So in this direction I have to use. Okay, so like this and like this. So all corners, it can go to 380 degrees and all corners of the Petri dish can be covered. Okay, so this Petri dish, it contains the alcohol. I have this dipped this spreader into the Petri dish containing alcohol. Now I will pass it through the flame. So be careful because it can take flames. It was in alcohol. Okay, so after this you have sterilized the spreader along with the glass rod. Now in this direction I will be moving it. Okay, so just open it slightly and just allow the inoculum which you have entered into it by the micropipette to spread it along all the corners of the Petri plate. Okay, so very lightly, or you can say very delicately you have to do it. Okay, otherwise the agar medium will break off. So in this way now you have introduced the microorganisms spread plate technique. So now in this practice, again before keeping the spreader down, you have to not to forget that you have to plane the spreader and again let it go back to the alcohol containing Petri dish. Okay. Now remember that when after spreading the microorganisms, this Petri dish will be again introduced into the incubator. Okay, so again after 24 hours you will see that the whole Petri dish will be covered by the growth of microorganisms. Okay, so this was the second practical, that is the spread plate technique. Okay, now in the third practical, the first practical was about preparation of the nutrient agar medium and nutrient agar plate, slant and stab. Second practical was about the spread plate technique. So you can keep the Petri plate in the incubator and see the results after 24 hours. Then practical number 3 and 4, they were of your streaking. So both direct streaking as well as the quadrant streaking we have done in the fourth practical. Then in the next practical we are going to see the cup plate method. Okay, so again we have taken nutrient agar medium, okay, and we have introduced the microorganisms in this with the help of a micropipette and the spread plate technique. After that, now we are going to prepare certain holes into, or you can say wells into the nutrient agar plate. Okay, so these wells will be prepared with the help of the cork borer. Okay, so we have a set of cork borers. So these cork borers, they are used for preparing the cavities inside the nutrient agar plate. So this practical is also called as an antibiotic resistance. Okay, so when you open this cork borer, we can see that there are different size of the holes which which we can drill into the agar plate. So we will select one cork borer. Okay, so I will be selecting this last one. Okay, so this cork borer, it is always placed in a alcohol containing petri dish. Okay, so after that I will be just taking this cork borer and flaming it. After that, the cork borer, it should be directly cooled a bit and directly introduced in the nutrient agar medium for cutting the wells. Okay, so now I will be cutting 4 different wells. Okay, so properly hold it and cut. The cut portion of the agar, it should be discarded again in a it should not be discarded in the sink, so we will prepare a separate petri dish for discarding the cut portion of the agar. Okay, so in this way we are preparing the other holes as well. Okay, so I will be preparing the other holes as well, and the cut portion of the agar will be discarded in a petri plate. So I have been able to prepare 3 different wells. Okay, so now after cutting the wells, again it should be flamed properly, whatever you are using. Before throwing also it should be flamed and sterilized. So we will put it back to its original position. Okay, now in this cut, or you can say well plate technique or the cup plate technique, we are going to introduce the antibiotic solutions. Okay, so this particular practical, it is called as a antibiotic resistance technique. Okay, so where you put the antibiotics, different concentration of the antibiotics you can put into the different wells, or you can use the different antibiotics, like for example ampicillin, tetracycline, and any other antibiotic, and third unknown antibiotic can be placed in the third well. Okay, so in this practical we are going to do that. So this is the antibiotic solution. Again you can introduce the antibiotic solution with the help of either a syringe or with the help of another micropipette. Okay, so this is another tip which I will be using. Okay, so I will take the antibiotic solution from this. So after removing it, I will just flame the mouth of the container, and we will take out the antibiotic liquid. So this antibiotic liquid can be of different concentrations of the same antibiotic, or they can be 3 different antibiotics. So now very delicately or very carefully we will fill up these wells with the antibiotic solution. The care should be taken that the antibiotic should not overflow the well. Okay, so the principle of this particular technique is that the antibiotic will be spread into the agar medium with the help of a radial diffusion technique. Okay, so with the help of a radial diffusion technique, this antibiotic will be spread into this petri plate. So now this petri plate I will be keeping in the refrigerator for 20 minutes, and after that I will be keeping it in the incubator for 24 hours. Okay, so after 24 hours what you should observe? So after 24 hours you will see that if the compound which you have introduced inside, if it is an antibiotic or if it is an antimicrobial compound, then it will diffuse radially in a circular manner surrounding the wells of the petri dish, and it will cover some area. So till that area where it is killing the microorganism, that area will appear clean. So that clean area is called as a zone of inhibition. So for different concentrations you will get different zones. If the concentration is less, you will get a lesser zone of inhibition. If the concentration is more, you will get a zone of inhibition which is quite higher in diameter. Okay, so then you can measure the zone of inhibition with the help of a scale. So we come to know the efficacy of the antimicrobial compound, whether the compound is antimicrobial or no. So you can test it with a standard compound versus a test compound. So with this we have completed the antimicrobial sensitivity by cup plate method. Then last practical, which is nothing but to test the antibiotic sensitivity by the disc diffusion method. Okay, so this is the same practical. In this practical, instead of boring the cups into the agar plate, we are directly going to place the antibiotic strips. Okay, so the antibiotic strips are available. They are of the different companies and the different concentrations of antibiotic are available. So we will directly take the chips and place it on the agar medium. So this method is called as a disc diffusion method. So practical number 6 will be now the same the other petri plate of agar which you have taken. Okay, so I will take another petri plate of agar. So in this petri plate now I am going to directly place. So in this petri plate I am directly going to place the antibiotic disc. Okay, so for that purpose we will be making use of this tongs. So these tongs will be placed in the alcohol first and then flamed it accordingly. So after flaming I will open this petri dish containing the antibiotic discs. So these are the discs. So I will just take it aseptically with the help of the tongs and just take that disc and put it on the agar plate with the help of this tong. Okay, so I have placed the disc. So in one petri plate maximum I can place 3 discs depending on the zone of inhibition. So 2 different concentration discs we can use, or we can also make use of 2 different antibiotic discs. So after that this particular petri dish will be kept in the refrigerator for 20 minutes and after that it will be kept in the incubator for 24 hours. So on the next day again you will observe the zone of inhibition. So again the antibiotic which is coated onto the disc, it will radially pass, or you can say it will radially diffuse through the agar cell and you will get the zone of inhibition on the second day. So all the plates I will be keeping it in the incubator for observing the results after 24 hours. Okay. So this is all for today. Thank you so much.